will depend on different countries, but I think first there was a dip in the sales as soon as the COVID came in. But they saw a very good uptake later on. And the reasons for that was people who were spending money on travel weren't able to, holiday weren't able to, and all that money went into the luxury car segment. But this will be different about the different car segments as well. And also you saw a lot of uptake in where the government had given incentives on cars that are used for business, which took off really well during the June, July, August in Australia, and then again, end of the year, till that incentive was on. So it had a very different effect. People would have thought luxury car segment will totally go off because of COVID, but the way Australian government had spoon-feeded or put the money in people's pocket, people had more money to spend, and the affluent people who couldn't spend on the holidays had other avenues to see where they can spend.
Okay. Due to the rising safety standards, are there some certain steps that the organizations are taking?
Safety standards as in which one? The car safety standards or?
Yeah, the car safety standards.
I think, again, every country has been doing differently because, as you might be aware of, the cars are right now capable of driving autonomous, but the countries and the governments haven't allowed it because the roads are not ready. So for an autonomous car to drive, the other cars also have to be autonomous or have faith in the system. So the governments are still not ready with where the technology has gone, and they're still finding out ways. Is there going to be a different lane for cars which can drive itself and all that? So those things are still in nascent stage. And even if we come to the very basics of electric cars, which are coming more in the UK right now and soon coming to Australia as well, the high-speed charging networks and all those things are still not there as much as they should be. And if you have to charge your car every day, those systems are not in place of how to do that. Tesla started by giving people free fast charging networks, and now Audi is giving that in Australia for first 3 or 4 years. But how sustainable is that? They never gave petrol for free when you were driving other cars. So it will really depend on what the customer thinks they should get and what OEMs offer in the end.
Do you think digitalization of the launch events in the upcoming days is a better way to reach to the audience as compared to the press events for the launch of the vehicles?
I think so, yes, because I was instrumental when I was at Audi to get rid of these press events because it was more wine and dine events. People just came there and ate and went away. It was the same people who were coming there, and they were reacting on how well they have been treated. So it was the same people coming. It was just red carpets. They were just wine, dine, and go. They were not the people who are going to buy the car. And people are doing their research more and not going by what they would read in a magazine, which was one way to buy a car a few years back, or which author has written what. Now people are searching more holistically on many different avenues of what people are saying about the car, what users and the user communities are saying on different portals. They affect the cars way more than just an event. So digitalization in those cases, I think, is necessary and was necessary. The ROI on having those press events was not there. Marketing teams are famous for calculating ROIs the way they want, but it was not driving sales. The numbers were not there. So I think it is going to be better in the longer run if the targeting is proper.
Okay. Were the organization affected due to the lack of staff? As due to COVID, many organizations had to cut short their staff.
I think automotive is always overstaffed and understaffed as a sector. People were not. The major issue happened when people couldn't come out of their houses, and if you have to buy a car, you can't buy it online. Things were not ready, and even till date, they're not ready. They put things into place. Just strawmans were put just to show that we can do it digitally, but the systems are not there. There's no way you can get an approval of a loan for $100,000 car just online. All those things are just right now missing for a digital experience. So people were there. Consumers couldn't go to the showroom to get the car, but I think the dealerships were overstaffed anyways.
Thank you so much.